It's 9 o'clock. It's Thursday. And that means it's time to get a little thirsty. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to Thursty Thursday. I am, of course, your host, Mark, and welcome to the new media empire. We've got lots going on this week. We've done quite a bit, but as you know, Thursty Thursdays, we're supposed to be drinking. The cupboard's a little bare, and I haven't had a chance to go to the store, so sadly, the drink I'm going to show you how to make tonight looks like water, but it's really not. It's an energy drink. It requires water and then Propel Dust, and you put it inside, and it's a kiwi strawberry Aquafina. That's what I got. Sorry. Next week we'll do better, I promise. That being said, my usual dance partners all not available tonight. It's just a night of flux. So I thought I would take you into an in-depth run of Star Trek Online. I'm actually pretty far into it. I'm level 27. And you can see up in the top right, we've got our Discord chat running. It's discord.gg/CM capital A for lowercase r capital FH. So if you head over there, you can ask questions, chat, whatever you'd like to do. It will show up right here on the screen, so that's awesome. So also, PSA. There are bugs in Star Trek Online. This is something that I just found out. There is a bugged mission. It's called the Empress Sayla mission, and if you are familiar with Trek lore, basically the daughter clone of Tasha Yar is now the Romulan Empire's main big baddie, and she's luring us somewhere, but the mission is broken. As soon as you try to enter the sector and beam down, the game crashes, and you have to wait 15 minutes. It'll kick you back out to sector space, which is where I'm sitting right now, and we're about to bypass this mission. So, PSA for you. So, how do we do this? This is going to be the learning experience because I have no idea. Thank goodness I'm not actually drinking and then trying to learn this. So, let's see. I go into the mission, and I say drop, and now I go into missions, mission journal, episodes, Romulan mystery, okay, and then Empress Sayla. Minimum rank commander 26. I might actually have to chat to find out. Which, dealing with the chat is not bad yet. It will eventually be bad. There are some spammers in there, but not as bad as it has been. I, of course, have... Oh, excuse me. Excuse my reach. I had to reach off hand for a keyboard. Decline. Well, let me accept it. Okay, exit, and then let me pull up my missions. Mission journal, episodes, Romulan mystery. I've completed that one. Exit. So let's see. So yeah, I'm gonna have to chat. So we'll see if anybody answers. Sayla. Hey. Sayla is bugged.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sailor is bug. When I go to choose the next mission after dropping, it says, how was Blair Witch? Good or bad?
It's
Terrible?
terrible. Everything hurts, dude. Everything hurts. I had to call somebody as soon as I got out of the movie theater. Sarah texted me, so I was like, I'm just going to call her. I was like, you're going to be my victim of ranting.
Nice.
I didn't know if I should actually write the review or actually record it now.
Well, you can record it. I'm hating it.
You're recording.
Yes, no problem. So let's see. Anybody say anything is locked. Pretty much all the chat is in this game is people making play of the word Gorn. It's like Gorn Hub and Gorn to be wild and pretty much every combination of Gorn. Don't drop skip. Okay, where is the skip option? Okay, I do not see the skip option. So maybe it's in missions. Let's see. Missions, mission journal. I'm currently on this one. Is it because it's behind my banner and I can't see it? No. Well, I can select it and then skip. There we go. There we go. So Kradix just asked, how different or difficult is it on the PS4 versus the PC? He asked on the Amino chat. The answer is it's a little different, but let me make sure that he's got the stream so that he can see it. Let's see. I'm streaming live right now. Yeah, I wonder if I can actually reply. Can I put a YouTube video? Ooh, this is kind of nice. I might actually be able to link the live stream in the Amino app, which would be kind of cool. Videos. Uploads. Live streams. Go. There it is. Bam. Perfect. So how different or difficult is it on the PS4 versus the PC? So thanks for asking the question, Cradix. The answer is that it's very similar to the PC. They've streamlined the controls quite a bit. Like, so for example, if I move my picture out of the way here, you can see down at the bottom, they've mapped everything to the controller. And you can actually set a lot of the different things to auto fire. So for example, if I hold down L2, it'll bring up a wheel of different things that I can choose to do. So since I'm not in combat or I'm out at sector space, I can't do anything, but you can see I have beam array overload 2, I've got torpedo high yield. So, and then you'll notice that I can set up auto execute. So I can say every time I have the ability to do beam array overload, go ahead and do it. And so now it auto executes whenever possible. And I will keep the high yield so that I can do that manually, because I know when I want to fire once their shields are down. So the same kind of thing, I can do that. So I've got tractor beam here. I generally want to set that whenever I can. So again, I'll toggle that for auto execute. Same for my shield setups. So emergency power to shields, eject warp plasma, emergency power to shields 1 and 2, and then emergency power to weapons. So I'll set all of these to execute whenever I can. That is actually something that's different. Oh, see, this one I cannot do that to, but it could with that one. So maybe I'll set that as my quick power, since it has to be a manual option. So now I've got it so that this one, can I set that? Yep, I can. 10 seconds after start combat. When you're affected by weapons offline, yes, we'll do that. Less or equal to 50%, less than equal to 50%, so it'll fire both those off. Let's see if we can change these. There you go. So when it gets to 75%, it'll fire that one. When it gets to 50%, it'll do that one. See, so you can set up these pretty complicated various things. Whenever possible, let's say, because 10% all energy damage for 30 seconds is pretty good. So we'll want that to fire off all the time. Let's go back to this one and see. Beam array overload. Yeah, we want that to fire off whenever we can, because I'm firing the beams all the time. L1, what is this one? Let's see. We got auxiliary battery, command shield frequency modulation, 10% damage reduction to shield. All right, we want that to fire off whenever possible. Nope, I can't. Strategic maneuvering, I can't set that to whenever possible, sadly. Attract fire, I definitely don't want that set up that way. Alright, there's the one I want, which is the Nimbus Pirate Distress Call, which summons 3 vessels to my aid whenever I want. So that's the one I set as my quick power. Yeah, and then these others I can pull up whenever I want. So yeah, alright, so now I'm going to drop the Sayla mission. Primary mission, Empress Sayla, drop. And now we'll head to Desperate Measures. So go to the Pilatus solar system. So we'll pull up our map. So other changes, you obviously don't have a keyboard and mouse. Well, you can have a keyboard. Actually, I have one plugged in. But you don't have a mouse, so you can't control with mouse. So there are limitations, like for example, you'll notice my ship's really far away. I have no way to, I can cycle my camera angle, but on sector space it stays pretty far out. Even by that standards, that's pretty close for the PS4 version, but you know, with the PC version I can get right up there, look really closely at every detail, etc. You cannot do that in this game. When you're in combat space, I guess that's what I call it, or a system, then you can get fairly close to your ship, especially as you're fighting and stuff. But for sector space, this is as close as you're gonna get. Most everything else is the same. A lot of the PC stuff is not implemented yet, so they don't have the latest expansion implemented. I'm trying to remember the duty officer, off duty, the duty things.
Duty.
Yeah, duty. I don't. It's like off-duty missions or something like that. You basically, it's almost like a Sims version of Star Trek. You get these people, you collect them like Pokemon throughout the universe, and then you get to send them on away missions or resource gathering missions or diplomatic missions. Okay. And they give you free XP and level you up, but they also give you like dilithium and other resources you need. And so it's like you've got the main game where you're playing the story, but then you can set these guys to go at it every day. You have X number of slots to do that, and they go off and they do their thing, and then they come back. And maybe some of them get killed. Maybe some of them get new people to bring into the fold, the cult that is the fold, not the cult. Star Trek's not a cult. Star Trek's not a cult. This is not the cult you're looking for. Anyways, yeah. So it's a case where you have a lot of other systems that are in on the PC that's not working here yet. So that's something that is supposed to be coming in a future update, but not yet. They've also made it so that you can't buy anything that you aren't eligible for. And what I mean by that is day and date when the Enterprise, or when the Days of Future Past Enterprise came out, I bought it. And I had to like work my way up to it. And then once I was at the appropriate level, then I was able to use it. They don't let you do that now. I have to be the rank necessary in order to buy the ship I want. I think that's so they minimize returns and stuff like that. So it makes sense, especially when you're spending real world money on it, because there is no way to earn Zen right now other than converting dilithium, and nobody's got enough dilithium to do that. You can see up there in the top left of my screen, MMOtank.com is selling 1 million energy currency for $1 because there's no way to convert it into Zenny, which is what they do in every other game. And so it's like the one currency that they can get is fairly useless, and it doesn't convert to Zen. So it's kind of hilarious to see the spammers struggling for a change. Normally you'd see like 3 different sites advertising in here, and now you just see the one, and it's not even very often because they're not making any money because nobody wants to spend the money. You can earn energy crystal or credits in this really quickly, so you don't really need to do that. Hey, you should are you texting a female?
No.
Okay. You should download the Discord app.
Discord?
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's free and it works.
The bad guy from
no.
My Little Pony? Friendship is Magic? Season 1?
No, it is not My Little... I mean, yes, that may be true. I don't know. I'm not that big of a brony, but...
Discord. Oh, without the H.
Yeah, without the H.
Chat for gamers.
Yes. Get it. It's both voice chat, but we also have a Discord server up and running now. So you can log in and see what people say.
Okay, download.
Some of the other things that they've done is, autopilot is pretty intuitive. It's just, you could do it on the PC version fairly easy, but here you just press X on the map and it'll fly right there. Of course, it does this crazy weird thing that the PC version also did, where it dips way down and then flies way up, and somehow I end up propelling myself weirdly through space. But other than that, it's pretty similar. The things that you lose are some of the fine controls. Like, I can't tweak the settings for how I want to distribute power on the fly. I can do it, but only in broad brushstrokes. I can't do it in fine control. Like, I can set everything to defense or for shields, or I can set everything to all-out attack. But there's no, like... but I can't really, like... say I want to throw all power to the impulse shields or something along those lines. So there's Borg Sphere and Romulan patrol that we need to take care of. So here you can see it started me pretty close to my ship. Graphics are not bad. I think they're pretty amazing for a PS4. Of course it looks better on my really expensive VR rig, but And no, I'm not saying Star Trek is in VR. If it was, I would never return. But it is not bad. The graphics are not bad. The colors are nice. You get the occasional, like when you're on a brown planet, it's not the best, but this is really close. I don't think I want to be this close, so cycle camera. First off, I'm actually going to turn off my banner because it's in my way, can't see, and then I'll throw myself back down here in the right corner. Maybe I'll throw myself in the left corner. There we go. Alright, so scan the Borg sphere, destroy the Borg sphere. Let's slow down. Alright, so that is not an opportune place actually myself, so I'm going to move myself right up here. There we go. Now I'm not in the way of anybody. I'm floating right above my shields. It should be fine. Alright, Borg sphere. I don't trust this, so let's... Alright, I destroyed the Borg sphere. Don't like it. Trust it. So we're going to go hide behind a rock and lure somebody here to kill them. Federation's peaceful, and I love it. There was another site, YouTube channel, recently that made a video that said that Star Trek is fascist in its approach. It's actually a fascinating video. I don't disagree with some of the premises in there, but I do disagree with kind of the... I think they do more good than harm, and I don't think it's quite what they portrayed it to be in the video. So, but you know, I do kind of murder without any repercussions. My boss has told me to. That's the gist of it. Hide behind a nearby asteroid. All right, this one looks good. There we go. Power down systems to minimal. Wait for the Romulan ship. Watch the Romulan ship. Did you get Discord?
Yeah.
Let me give you the address. You can join the chat. It's discord. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's a red.
Borg sphere. That's got to be painful.
New group DM? Dungeon Master?
No. You want to join server? Or follow a link?
Find or start a conversation?
Lowercase Charlie, microphone, capital Alpha, 4, lowercase Romeo, capital Foxtrot, lowercase Hotel.
Okay.
So it looks like that one is going to be
Did that work?
Yes, it did.
Alright,
You
cool.
can see it on the screen there.
Cool.
And then I'll change you to an admin here after a while. Yes, you do.
If everything goes as planned.
Yes, you do.
What time do you normally leave here?
Oh, early.
Like how early?
I'll be out of the door by 7:20 at the latest.
It's right next to In-N-Out, right next to the Starbucks next to
You can get. What time? Oh, it's Stop that nonsense. I'm bored, Charlie. Borg, yeah. I can't explain the Borg. Borg are a race of basically cyborgs that assimilate every
Yeah.
thing in their
weird
path.
thingy over their eyes.
Well, no, it does, you don't have to have one over your eyes, but
Oh, that's how it usually shows.
that's usually how it shows because it looks ominous.
Oh.
But it's like half your body is actually replaced. I mean, a good chunk of your body is actually replaced.
So is everybody aboard now?
No,
Oh.
no. The Federation fought them off.
And can you fix your board?
So you can reclaim a Borg, like Picard was actually a Borg. He was taken and made a Borg. But
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, what?
yeah,
So did they just like rip out the body pieces?
yeah, kind of. His stuff was new enough that they could still rip it out, whereas the character I'm playing was a Borg longer, so I can't remove the implants and that stuff, which is fine because that's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. So we've arrived in the Gasco station. The station's on high alert. We should expect heavy resistance. Normally, Starfleet attempts to resolve conflicts peacefully, but in this case, the security of the quadrant requires an armed response. Because we know best! Fascism. We should interrogate any scientists we find along the way to determine where the Borg resource is located. I agree. Let's interrogate everyone we find. Acknowledge.
That's the only way to figure out everything.
Hey, are you a scientist? No, you're a transporter officer. No. Let's talk to you.
Starfleet? What are you doing here? Really? I sympathize. That Borg technology is creepy.
Hey, I'm a Borg.
Y'all hate it, but we don't have any
Don't tell me
choice
Borg
but to work
technology
for the
is
Tal
creepy.
Shiar.
You all
They're
hate
holding
it?
my sister hostage to make sure I behave, and she's not the only one.
Do
You
what I
might
can
need
to
help
help.
yourself in a minute or two. Your transport was detected, and the station is on high alert. Security forces promise you'll try to help my sister, and I'll unlock all the doors and turbo lifts for you. There, she's near the medical bay. Good luck, and don't forget my sister.
Who? Who am I supposed to not forget?
Enemy targets on sensor.
I mean, the shadows are good. The particle physics are okay. I don't dislike what they've done with the place, so to speak. Are you serious?
Enemy targets on sensor. Personal shield losing power.
Fire suppressant non-stop. It's crazy. Suppressing fire. That is Overwatch. Let's see. So can I set that to toggle execute whenever possible? Trello pattern enhancer whenever possible. Nope, we can't do that one. Well, that's really good, and I really want it. That's my board power. I have a neural blast, but I have to use that in place of my grenades. You know what? That's fine. Just set it. Set quick power. Go. And then what? Get up too fast? Alright, so square. Alright, fine. Let's go. Colonist. Because I'm the Federation. Missed him. Where are you, lead scientist? There you are.
You! Are you from Starfleet? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing.
I have no love for the Tal Shiar, but I do have a family. If I complete my work, the Tal Shiar will guarantee. Most of the families are being held in the medical lab. You will need to cross the engineering level to get there. Be careful. Some of what they're working on there is quite dangerous.
Really?
Any use of Borg technology is dangerous. You're talking about devices designed to regenerate damage, replicate themselves, and assimilate anything they can reach. If we had a breach in containment, we could lose.
Corrosion upheld their end of the bargain and delivered a disabled Borg sphere to the Pilatus system. As a precaution, we have not moved the sphere from that location. I don't want to risk powering any systems that might trigger the Borg's regeneration protocols. However, I do feel it's safe to begin dismantling and analyzing the sphere's components. The Borg technology shows great promise. I believe we'll be able to improve our weapons and shield technology well within the Empress's timeline. So, that's not good. The second one says, log supplemental, work to integrate the Borg components into our vessels has begun. So far, the process is proceeding as expected. We've increased the combat capabilities of our ships by upwards of 30%. And by the way, my ship on PC is the Enterprise D from the alternate future timeline with Borg technology. So, there is that. So I kind of agree with this. Yeah, I'm thinking along the same lines. And I still feel like we're barely scratching the surface. There's so much about the Borg technology I do not understand. Some of my researchers have expressed concerns over the risks of experimenting with the technology. I've explained that circumstances beyond our control force us to take extreme measures. Extreme measures. I suspect they continue to have misgivings, but they no longer share them with me because I'll kill them. Dead. Research log 3. Supplemental. I now share my staff's misgivings about this line of research. Incorporating Borg technology into our ships is one thing, but this commander in Vec has taken over our medical bay and is experimenting with incorporating Borg technology into our citizens. Anybody that expresses discontent with the program either disappears or finds their family being held hostage to ensure their cooperation. We should have never sided with the Tal Shiar. And now it's too late. Destroy Borg research. After that Borg research is so hot right now. resources, destroy or research. So there's more of it here somewhere. Here, let's try it this way. Oh, hey,
Enemy
there.
target on sensor. Thermal shield losing power.
You have got an accolade for not getting out of the way of damage. That's my kind of accolade. Soak all that damage up in your face and give you an accolade for it. Sure. Alright, so this is probably more I'm not seeing any panels right now. Let's see. So this way. There we go. Here. Alright, don't. Good job at basic survival skills. Take the turbo lift to the medical bay. Well, that must not be the turbo lift I am looking for. Really? You can pick me up? No.
Personal shield losing power.
I can't even begin to express my gratitude. I'm from Serene Prime, one of the colonies that is still neutral in the conflict between the Republic and the Tal Shiar. One day I went for a walk on the cliffs near my settlement. I remember seeing something strange and hearing a metallic buzzing. Then everything went black. I woke up in this cell. No one will tell me where I am or why I'm here. What they do say is that I'm a test subject. They're planning on
Your head hurts? This will make you feel all better.
Hello?
Everybody's
Thank
safe.
you so much. Now, allow me to assist you. These access codes will wipe out...
Purge computer code. See, if I was fastest, I would have taken that back and then transmitted it back to Starfleet for the good of Starfleet. But I didn't, because Starfleet's not fascist. Sir, the Romulans are activating their assimilated ships. We have to destroy them. If we fire weapons at one of them, it will come online faster. But I think I can delay their activation if we get close enough to send a command sequence. Target the nearest ship, so that one. Congratulations. Oh, that's not me. Scotty. I'm stuck inside the space station. Station. No. Bill and Ted, yeah. Bill and Ted's bogus.
That's really, really cool.
I want to thank you again for rescuing me from an unpleasant fate. If I could impose on you once more, would you be willing to take me to my colony? I must deliver a report on what's happened to our rule.
Just clipped the space station as I went to warp. Destroyed everybody on board. All hands casualties. My apologies. Report to Starfleet. Alright, so most likely we're going to war with the Borg. Oh boy. Prototype gravimetric modulation impulse engines. Plus 92.1. Okay. What's the other one? Combat hyper impulse. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the one. Takala, the survivor you rescued from Demora Station, has provided some very interesting information about both the Tal Shiar and the new race with which they've allied. Meanwhile, the Romulan Republic and neutral colonies are continuing to report mysterious abductions. We believe these two events are related. No kidding, since we learned they were kidnapping people in the last one. Takala wants to go home to her colony on Serenity Prime. The colony there has remained independent from both the remains of the Romulan Star Empire and the burgeoning Romulan Republic. This puts them in a delicate balancing act. We thought taking Takala home would be a good opportunity to figure out what's happening behind the scenes of the Romulan conflict. We'd like you to go to Serenity Prime and investigate. Sure. So... Billy Bob Gorn. He Gorn. My Gorn's itch. Again, all about Gorns in the chat. Like 3 days straight, that's all I've seen is Gorn related puns. Defenders of the Gorniverse. I'm Gorn to kill that spammer. Little boy blue, come blow your Gorn. These jokes are getting too gorny. Whack! That's my starship hitting the bottom of the universe. A shield wall surrounding the planet. This must be Donald Trump's planet. Sorry. Captain, we've arrived in the Serenity system. This is supposed to be a neutral colony, but I'm detecting multiple Romulan Star Empire ships, as well as a shield wall surrounding the planet. If this is a blockade, they're very serious about keeping people out. The warbirds are arming weapons, sir. We might have a fight if we want to return our guest to her colony. Speaking of which, Takala would like a word. Or would you, Takala? This is not a good time.
I can't thank you enough for returning me.
I can't thank you enough for returning me.
Looks like the Romulan Star Empire has been busy while I was away. They were already lobbying our council to join them, but Romulan Republic envoys are there as well. Now the Empire is blockading the planet, probably to prevent information like ours from reaching our leaders.
I guess the tall
The shield wall is new.
You should be careful.
I guess the tall Shiar...
Alrighty. Hail the Romulan vessel. Well, it's nice that there's a chunk right here that I could probably fly through.
This planet is protected by the Romulan Star Empire. State your business. Indeed. Identify this citizen. That is the name of a fugitive wanted by the Romulan Star.
That sucks. 14 minutes till that power recharges. That's okay. Let's pick up whatever's floating there. Got it. Plasma dual cannons, Mark 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6.
finally made it home. Thank you. I never thought I'd see this place again. I would give you the grand tour such as it is, but I need to get back to my family. I never thought I'd see them again either. You should talk to a representative from our council. Follow the path ahead and it will lead you to our central square. There should be someone you can speak with there.
Follow the path to the square. Follow the path to the square. Follow the path to the square. Because. What? No, I was not saying Bill Cosby. It puts the pills in the drink with the pudding box. Speak to counselor.
Jolan True, and welcome to Serene Prime. Oh, thank you for returning Tekela to us. I'm sure her family is pleased she is safe. However, you have arrived at an interesting time. I was just preparing to meet with representatives from the Romulan Star Empire and the Romulan Republic. Each are urging our colony to join their faction. We've done our best to stay out of the conflict until now, but I fear we will soon be forced to take a side.
Yes, we met one of the Empire's ships in orbit. They tried to destroy my ship.
Yes, the Empire has a way of offering assistance that feels more like a threat. They offered security services for my world, and I could not risk refusing them. And a number of our citizens went missing in the weeks before the Empire arrived. The Empire blames the Republic, of course, but I think Sela likes to blame them for a lot of things. There's no evidence they are responsible, however. In fact, there's no evidence at all. And I think that if the Republic were behind these kidnappings, they would leave some trace behind. If you would care to speak to the representatives, I would be interested in hearing what your opinion of them is.
Honored by your request, Counselor. Let's talk to people.
A pleasure to meet you. What can I do for you? My intent was to speak to the Council about the advantages of joining the Republic. Fortunately, I arrived before the blockade, and the Council has extended their protection to me. Otherwise, I'd probably be on my way to one of the Tal Shiar's prison facilities.
Alright, and the other one I see was standing over here.
You are not welcome here, Starfleet. Then she is a fool. The Federation are allies of the terrorists who seek to destroy what remains of our glorious empire. You will do nothing here but sow dissent, and you had no choice. Those words have been the excuse of monsters since time immemorial. On the chance, however, that the Council is foolish enough to be swayed by your biased opinion, I will explain that the Romulan Star Empire is Serene Prime's only hope for peace and stability. We alone possess the military strength and operational effectiveness to keep this planet safe. The terrorists from the Republic can only offer them a portion of their own loss and suffering. The Empress has already sent ships to defend this colony. That is evidence of our intentions.
intentions are clear, sir. Good day. I said good day.
Well, what did you think of them?
I may be biased, but I think you should join the Republic.
An interesting perspective. Thank you for your suggestion. Our most convincing evidence comes from a survivor of Virenat, and if his story can be believed.
Alright, I'll listen to Virenat. Where is he? He's over here. Behind this building. Is this a trap? It sure seems like a trap, but we'll see.
Yes, I was at Virenat. My family died there. My friends. It wasn't terrorists who destroyed my home, and it certainly wasn't the Republic. It was...
I'm sorry for your loss, dude. Beam up.
You are wanted for crimes against the Romulan Star Empire. Lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
You appear to be having some difficulties with the Tal Shiar. Please, allow us to assist.
Arrived in the Virenat system. Sensors are detecting no signs of activity in the system, not even satellites. For a once populated world, the sensor silence is eerie. Set course for the planet. Bam! To the planet. There is debris here. Scan the debris. Let's see if we can find this debris over here. I thought that was a nebula. It might actually be an explosion from a starship. Oh, no. There's the debris. Fly for my life. Beam down. This place is destroyed, Captain, but the damage is only a few months old. I'm not detecting any humanoid life signs. However, there are several insect life forms around the area. We should be cautious. Search the remains of the colony. Acknowledged. One of the things I need is right Aha. Blasting stops. Scan crater. Darn new Talshar. Creating craters in agricultural colonies. What's wrong with you? I mean, seriously, what's wrong with you? Like they were having a festival when the Talshar attacked. Great. Make me feel even worse about this. I'm collecting the evidence. Let's see what we find. Did a full scan. Alright, so next up we need to scan our colonist. Back this way. Ladies, what have I told you about having trouble in public? Like right here. Collect evidence, scan colonists. Do not see any dead people to scan. But it's definitely showing me there's something here. Is it in here, maybe? No, that's not it. Oh, there we go. Easy to miss the dead person in the explosion. Sir, although this colonist died of a plasma weapons discharge, her tissues appear to be infected with some kind of fungal spores. The bio readings I'm getting are somewhat similar to some of the readings from the prisoners on Installation 18. The evidence of Ilachi involvement is mounting. Take a sample. Activate the console that is like right here. I should be, there it is. Like I should be seeing it. Should be right here. Welcome, guest. You have one message from Empress Sailor. Would you like to play it now? Play it now.
Citizens of the Empire, it is with great sorrow that I report the destruction of our colony in the Virinat system by the terrorist insurgents known as the Romulan Republic. I believe most of the residents of Virinat were loyal subjects of the Empire who were unaware of the terrorist cell hidden amongst their homes and families. Their deaths are a tragedy. When the Tal Shiar attempted to remove the insurrectionists and save Virinat and its people, the Romulan Republic destroyed the entire colony rather than submit to the lawful authority of my forces. I grieve for the loss of innocent life. Rest assured that those responsible will be found and punished for their crimes against the Romulan people. Virinat will not be forgotten.
Cold-hearted. Quote John Baptiste.
Enemy target on sensor.
Beam up. Oh. Captain, ship from an unknown configuration is decloaked and is arming weapons. Recommend you and the away team return to the guard watch immediately. Beam on up. It was a scout ship, Captain. We drove it off, but I'm expecting reinforcements any moment. Captain, we're receiving a priority subspace transmission from Starfleet Command. You want me to put it on the main view screen? Absolutely.
To all Starfleet vessels, our allies in the Romulan Republic are under attack by the Tal Shiar. All combat-ready vessels are ordered to report to New Romulus immediately. Individual orders to follow. Thank you for responding so quickly. Your orders are to rendezvous with Battle Group Phi at Virinat and proceed to New Romulus to reinforce our vessels there. The battle is already underway.
On our way!
Glad to have you here. Let's get to New Romulus.
Go, go!
We are grateful beyond words for your help. You have arrived in the nick of time. New Romulus does not have the developed orbital defenses necessary to repel such an attack, and Admiral Kararek is calling for as many ships as possible to defend the planet. The flotilla protecting the planet has been pushed back by the enemy assault. They are at their final line now. They need your help. Glad you could join us. Concentrate fire on their command ship. Thank you for your assistance today. You have saved our new world from destruction. We cannot begin to
So I don't think I'll hit 30. I might be able to do it on... We'll see. But this should at least get me 29. The Romulan Republic extends their sincere gratitude for your assistance in saving their homeworld. We now know the race you encountered there is called the Ilachi, and they are the Tal Shiar's new allies. From what you found on Virenat and what they tried to do at New Romulus, I'd say that whatever they're doing, it's not in our best interests. The Republic is continuing to search for clues to reveal what exactly is happening to the people being abducted by the Ilachi. You, however, may be set to a different task. Choose my reward. Ooh. Plasma beam, dual plasma beam, plasma dough, heavy cannons, and plasma torpedo launcher. Yes, I want the dual heavy cannons, even though I won't be able to use them for a while. Let's get them. Let's get the dual plasma beam.
Congratulations, Commander.
How much do you know about the destruction of Romulus, Commander? The initial explosion did not occur in the Romulus system. It was in the Hobus system, which had planets being mined for decalcium. The supernova countered almost all we know about this type of phenomena. The initial explosion converted the mass of the planets it consumed into energy, which then traveled through subspace. Ultimately, the Romulus system was destroyed, and along with it, the Romulan homeworld. Unchecked, the force of this chain reaction, detonation, could have threatened the entire quadrant. It was Ambassador Spock who sealed the rift by using red matter to create an artificial black hole. Until recently, the cause of the supernova was a mystery. However, the nascent Romulan Republic, our new ally, has shared information with us that Terrace, former creator of the Romulan Star Empire, may have been responsible for the Hobos supernova. They attempted to apprehend her, but she escaped through an Iconian gateway. Recently, the Romulan Republic has discovered new information that could help us track down Terrace. We want you to rendezvous with the RRW Lyceat, the new flagship of the Romulan Republic fleet, and provide any assistance you can. Let's do it. Exit. But before I go up over there, I have some space skills that I need to set. I am Commander now. Oh, let's do that one. Sure, we'll do that one, and I have no space points, so I am done. Ship, however, has the ability to get some new stuff. Let's see. Tetrion. What is this one? Phaser beam array, twin phaser beam array. Plus 20% accuracy. I kind of like these Tetrion ones instead. That's a plasma turret. Let's do that one. No. Apparently, was it those? No. Oh, I put those on. Oh, I see. Can I not put those on the back? I guess I cannot put those on the back. Alright then. Well, that's easy enough then. Okay. I don't think I got anything new here. Oh, maybe I did. Oh yeah, I got that and did not equip it, so let's equip that. Okay. Ooh, I gotta save that stealth and cloaking one. No, we'll leave this for now. Oh, I hate when it does that. Alright, here's that. Yeah, I could care less about the rest of you devices. Alright. Captain. Do we have anything new here? Tetrion dual pistols. Plasma density. No is the short answer. I thought I saw a new kinetic damage, energy, but okay, let's go back here. I did not necessarily want to put that on. Physical damage, kinetic damage, energy. Actually, that's pretty sweet. So let's pick that one. Okay. Maybe new shields? Nope. Alright. That's enough for right now. Let's look at the whole inventory. We're doing good, but I can sell some things on the replicator. Recycle. Let's get rid of... I thought I put all that stuff in my bank, but apparently I did not. Meh. Alright. Go to the Hobus system. Wow. No, it's not that far. Ooh, I'm actually really close to level 30. That would be awesome. Go get my new ship. Which I believe will be a Galaxy-class starship, like Next Generation. So now we are traveling through space, subspace a little bit faster. Really far away from this cycle camera distance. There we go. I'm just not even going to talk about what's going on in chat because that's horrible. Let's check in there. Okay. Alright, we're almost there. Down there we go to the Hobus sector. Just a mere 12 light years away. Be there in no time. His name is Hobus. Hobus Cabana. That moon's been blowed up. Let's go down investigate how everything went to Crapper in the Hobus.
It is a pleasure to be working with you. I heard about how you got your first command. Well done. Not every officer could have stood up to the board like you did.
The pleasure is mine, Commander.
Agents working for the Romulan Republic have recovered definite proof that Taurus, or persons working for Taurus, were responsible for the Hobus supernova that destroyed the homeworld. Our agent spoke to Taurus. She claimed that she was deceived by Hakeem. But that does not excuse her culpability in the destruction of 2 inhabited worlds and the deaths of millions.
No.
Our agent tells us that Taurus believes her Iconian masters can change the past and restore Romulus. So not only is she a killer, she's insane.
Alright. Yeah, I know. That actually means I should probably know what I want. Okay. Yes, to 1. I gotta find the secret menu. You know that secret menu, right? Yeah, I think that's what I want. Well, I don't need a drink because I've got water here, so that's fine. Do you know what a 1x4? One beef patty and 4 slices of American cheese. A better name for might be the binder. Alright. Yes, I am. Sorry. Yeah, no, don't say it. Okay, so I'll broadcast till you get back. What do you get? The double... Oh, I see. Can I get a double animal stone? Yeah, please. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's bad. I shouldn't be doing it. I shouldn't be doing this, but yeah. Alright. Her Iconian masters can change the past and restore Romulus, so now she's a killer, she's insane.
Taurus cannot be allowed to commit even greater crimes in an attempt to fix her mistake. My intelligence officer, Lieutenant Gaius Salon, has intercepted communications that may allow us to locate Taurus and finally bring her to justice.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Salon of the Romulan Republic. There are certain pleasantries that are customary in these circumstances. However, I'm choosing to skip those. We have much to do. Recently, the Republic intercepted a transmission from a group of Remans in the Hobus system. These Remans have remained loyal to Taurus, the former praetor of the Romulan Star Empire, who was deposed by Sela. While the transmission was not unusual, its origin point was. The Hobus system is under strict quarantine. However, a previous team uncovered a mining facility at one of the planetary fragments. We believe that the Reman loyalists may have returned to this facility to continue their efforts.
So, by the way, if you're not familiar with In-N-Out, it is a California chain of burger places that's privately owned by one person, which is interesting. Very weird story about how she inherited it, but like everybody in her family died or is dead. It's crazy, but good burgers. Okay. So the Remans have remained loyal to Terrace, while the transmission is not unusual, it's originally pointless.
The Hobus system is the origin point of the supernova and subsequent subspace explosion, which destroyed Romulus and Remus. It is still, as you say, a hot zone. The direct approach. If we confront the forces in the Hobus system, who are in violation of both Federation and Romulan Republic mandates by their
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've just received emergency orders from Republic Command and must respond. Gaius can transport to your ship.
I am detecting some very rare minerals in the system, as well as the presence of protomatter. It is possible that Taurus used the materials here to construct her weapon.
Protomatter. The planetoid's core contains trace signs of protomatter, so we should get a sample. Scanners are also picking up some odd readings from some of the icy asteroids near the core. Recommend we investigate them as well. And the old icy fragments. Hey, did you see my text?
I did not.
Okay, is it possible to get an order of chili fries for Lexi?
Chili fries are coming right up.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
See you in a minute.
I'm driving. Okay, bye.
Alright, bye. Alright, so what do you do? I didn't know this is here. Okay. Confirm, sir, these fragments are decalcium. If we can locate a supply of tachysite, that means Taurus could have had all the ingredients she needed to build a device right in the system. It's still circumstantial evidence unless we can hire her directly somehow. Collecting the sample would be crucial. I recommend that we scan for tachysite deposits. Captain, Reman ship's decloaking. Where are my Remans at? Bam. Yeah, I don't see how you could say that this is not pretty. Sir, I'm detecting high levels of takasite, planetary fragment. Takasite was one of the substances Starfleet believes was used in the creation of the weapon that triggered the Hobus supernova.
As I suspected, the materials are all here. Our agent located Taurus on planetary fragment Gamma. We should continue our search there.
Detecting some kind of shield covering a large crater on the surface of planetary fragment Gamma Captain. This system is supposed to be under quarantine, but clearly there's some activity. We should get a scan of the shield. Automated defense systems and a looming ship is decloaking the gray arc.
Your presence here is a violation of the quarantines established by at least 3 sovereign governments. Explain your purpose.
We're here investigating your unauthorized presence in the system. What's your excuse?
I serve the Romulan Star Empire and its true leader, Taurus.
Most unfortunate. Survived that. That was pretty tough, surprisingly.
were attacked by Starfleet Seventh-Generals. They appear to have fled.
Interesting. This is exactly like scenario 2247. I thought scenario 1849K would be a more likely option. I shall incorporate this data into my modeling projections. Nevertheless, we should now be able to follow Romulus' trail. He should lead us right to Taurus.
No, not into the planet fragments. Oh, suck it down. Alright, good deal. Whew. I was a little worried there for a minute. Contrary to what everybody may think, I do not have a death wish. Oh, Sir Commander, Oran's trail led here to the Iconi system. This is another system that's off limits normal traffic, so any activity here is a cause for concern. Recommend we investigate that large crater. Looks like a likely place to start. Set a course for the crater.
He has most likely cloaked. The technology I used to track him is not localized enough to detect the ship, only follow a general trail.
Sir, we're picking up a large shield protecting a structure of some type. The shield is using a modified cloaking device. If I hadn't been scanning for large amounts of tachyon particles, I would have never found it. Riemann ships decloaking. They're hailing us.
Federation ship. I am Commander Shanclado of the Riemann starship Intraku. Your presence here could be considered an act of war. Leave immediately, or we will open fire.
We have no intention of leaving.
That is unfortunate, Starfleet. Our conflict is not with you. Commander Arahu has charged me with securing this installation
Thanks for spelling
at
out the
all
plan.
costs. Praetor Taurus must be allowed to complete her work. And you have already seen too much.
Red alert! Where is...
We should be able to use them to lower the shield.
Not now. Not now. There we go. Ah, photon mine launcher. No, no mines. Mind your own business. Alright. Ops. Beam down.
These are the coordinates for the underground structure we detected. Reading life signs, sir. Multiple Riemanns and one...
Let's hope she's just ahead. Alright. Let's go.
Starfleet! How did they find us?
They must have followed me, Praetor. I will deal with them.
No, I need your help with the gateway. Send your guards.
They appear to have been attempting to merge Iconian and Romulan.
Hey, what's going on? Why can't I talk to him? Alright, well, regardless, time to switch this back to... set quick power. Actually, I'll set that one. Perfect.
They appear to have been attempting to merge...
We should access that and open the door. Okay, access shipping logs. There are logs here of shipments to and from the base and the HOPA system, as well as schematics for several devices that are similar to recovered Iconian technology. According to the data, there are also stores of Tekasite, decalcium, and protomatter on this level. Same quantum signatures as the elements you recovered from the HOPA system. You quickly download the data in your tricorder. This could be invaluable if Terrace is brought to trial. It has been decades, and I still find Hakiv's betrayal difficult to accept. He is a Romulan, treachery is his heritage as is mine, but to go to such lengths, to destroy our world, is too much to bear even now. He told me the device would destroy Donatra, and I, like a fool, believed him. Aha. And now those pathetic refugees from the Republic have told the entire quadrant I'm responsible for the destruction of Romulus. They don't understand. We should be allies. We want the same thing. At least my people know the truth. Aranyu is a rock. I find it strange that Remans are now my only companions, but they understand loyalty more than any of us. I rely upon him to help me continue my work. The Iconians can restore all that is lost, I know it. I just need to make them see that I am worthy. The Dark Masters have responded to my pleas for assistance with dread silence. The only recourse is to harness their technology for myself. When I can step through the gateway and meet them as an equal, I'm confident they will turn back time and make everything as it was before. The base in the HOPA system is lost to me, but the quarantine holds. Aranyu can use it as cover to collect the protomatter and bring it back to me. Sayla is looking for me, so is the Republic. If only I can make them see I am our people's last hope. Unlock the blast doors. Oh. Talk to guys. No? Okay. So there's Pi, Tau, no. Pi, Omicron.
now those crimes will never be undone. I hope you realize that in stopping me, you have doomed billions of Romulans to remain dead. Now you shall live with that guilt, as I have.
Even now, you deny the truth of your role in the destruction of your people. You were blinded by your own lust for power, and you killed those people as surely as if you pulled the trigger yourself. Guard watch, lock on the terrorists, and beam her directly to the brig.
Before we leave, may I suggest we look for evidence of the materials we discovered at Hobus? They will undoubtedly prove vital in Taurus's trial. We should also overload the gateway and make certain it can never be used again.
This Takasite contains energy signatures that correspond to the Takasite deposits in the Hobus system. Takasite's an explosive compound. Blah, blah, blah. What about you? Calthium. Decalithium. Decalithium. Protomatter was used in the Genesis device. It's powerful. And last but not least, overload the gateway. Beam up. Terrace is in the brig, Captain, and all the evidence we found has been logged and secured. Now we just need to deliver it and her to a safe system. Safe location. Set course out of the system. Sail ship. She's hailing us.
How nice to see you again. I feel like we are becoming old friends. I will admit that your previous attempts to thwart my plans have been irritating, but your actions today have more than made up for those petty annoyances. Taurus still has her loyalists among my people. An open move against her would have been a distraction from my greater plans.
I don't work for you.
But you played the pawn perfectly. I could not have asked for a more obedient tool. Now, if you will transport Taurus to my ship, we can avoid any unpleasantness.
Always a pleasure, Empress.
The Lisette informed us that you might need some assistance with the prisoner transport. Good thing we brought some backup.
Thanks, Captain Sean.
You are a disappointment. Nevertheless, you did remove Taurus from the game, and for that I am grateful. Consider your decisions more carefully the next time we meet. I can be a powerful ally, or I can be your worst enemy.
You are the epitome of generosity, Empress Sayla.
Prisoner transfer successful. Taurus is safely secured in the brig. We can take it from here. One more thing. We're detecting some unusual energy residue from the surface. Our databases identify it as Iconian.
Yes, there was an Iconian gateway on the surface. A group of Remans used it to escape.
Do you have any idea where they went?
We only caught a glimpse, but it looked like some kind of Romulan station. Commander, the Layset is decloaking. They are hailing us.
Looks like we missed all the excitement, but I have been monitoring your progress. On behalf of the Romulan Republic, I would like to thank you and your crew for your assistance. I am confident that the Federation will provide more than adequate security for Taurus until her trial can be arranged. You can transport Gaius back to the Layset as soon as you are ready.
A pleasure, Commander. Transporter room, you're clear to send Lieutenant Cyan back to the Layset. Leave the system. That should put me to 30. Report. We have much to consider, Commander. If the destruction of the Romulan homeworld was a deliberate act, not only was it mass murder, but that one event has been a major cause of the destabilization of the Alpha Quadrant for the past 40 years, not to mention the light that it casts on the internal struggles of the Romulan people. This one horrible act set off a chain of reactions that could change the Alpha Quadrant forever. We must know who did this and why. The interrogation of terrorists will no doubt lead to many truths, but I'm troubled by these rumors. Why did they turn on terrorists, and where did they go? Details. That's cool. Regenerative shield array. 703. Now it's 762. That's much higher shield. Ooh, I think I might want that one, but I'm not a covariant. Oh, that's pretty cool.
They don't have chili fries.
They don't?
Just got regular fries.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, Captain.
Yay, I'm 30. Being hailed by Admiral Quinn. Yes, plot a course to Earth Space by Dock Maximum Warp. Go get my ship. My next tier ship. My tier 4 ship. And I'll let y'all see it, and then we'll end the stream. And that'll be all for the Thirsty Thursday with no alcohol. Alright, so give me my ship. Browse starships that are approved from my rank. Is it T4? Yep, I got one T4. So I want a cruiser, and I will take this one. No, I don't want the Celestial. I want the Galaxy class. Yeah, just like the Enterprise. Yep, buy Exploration Cruiser. Yeah. Oh man, what am I gonna name it? Rename. It's not gonna be the Baron. I think it should be the USS Rage. Okay. Actually, let's set the numbers. 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9. I got it. Alright, so there's that. Back. I need to now back. I need to now walk over here and say select my ship. And I need to move my noggin out the way because normally it's not in the way, but right now it's in the way. Hey, noggin. There we go. So I need to pop over to the guard watch. I need to remove all its weapons.
Transporter technician to room 1232.
So, now that I've done that, now I can go to Rage. You have a bunch of stuff already on you that is not as good as what I am running.
The counseling staff is hosting an open house at 12:30 hours. Rakutashino and light refreshments will be available.
That one. That's 159.2.
All officers are reminded that the waterfalls are not a recreational area.
My dog likes to bark. He does not understand that barking is bad, okay? Alright, aft weapons. Twin phaser beam array. Plasma beam
Security
array.
teams, report to docking bay 8.
Sounds good. And we'll leave plasma turret. We need that. Plasma turrets are important. Plasma turrets. Even though I want cannons, but I can't put them on these ships yet. Where's that? Oh, snap. 4350 maximum shield capacity. Nope, that one's better.
Maintenance needed in sickbay. Repeat, maintenance needed in sickbay.
No, that one is much better. That is way better. And actually, that one may stay. Yes.
Security teams, report to docking bay 6.
Consoles, beam weapons, and plasma weapon. Science console. Regeneration. There's 2. Exotic particle generator. Flight turn rate. Power transfer. Phaser damage resistance. And that one. Alright, set. Ready ship. Beam out. Why do I need to talk to return
The
ship?
run.
Huh? Okay. Go away. Return ship. Here's my new ship. It's super pretty. Look at it. There's my ship in all of its glory. Yes, it is fantastic. It's almost like an iPhone 7, like glossy black. Almost. No, yeah, warp sector space. Go. That's going to do it for tonight. As always, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook Live, then make sure you like and like our page. Also, if you would like to see more of what we do, you can support us by heading over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/gamersledge. And for just $1 a month, you could get your name on the roll just like these folks do. So thank you, Regina and Ian, and for all of us at Gamers Ledge, we look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for our exclusive content on all 3 channels, Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Until then, I am Mark. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Game on!